the beard he has, look at the beard she has, look at her complexion, look at him, his complexion. And then we try and copy them, we try and follow them. What do? Subhanallah. Na'udhu these programs or these social media, these icons, they have made in such a way that you can even change the way you look. No, you take a picture, no, I don't like this one slide. No, this looks better. This shade looks better. Sometimes, we go to weddings, and subhanallah. It's a time where we look at the happiness of that person. What that person is doing? Taking pictures of themselves. Going to another place where they're saying, oh, brother, can you take a picture of me? Sister, can you take a picture of me? No, let me stand under this lighting. Let me stand under that lighting. Trying to look better than who we are. We're living our life as a deception. Subhanallah, sometimes we smile and we take a picture and we're like, oh, enjoying the day. And what happened? My mother just yelled at me because I didn't wash the dishes. Or my mom just yelled at me because I didn't have correct grades. So am I living a true life? Am I living my life as a lie? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that in terms of dunya, look at the person below you. In terms of dunya, meaning in a dunyawi aspect, look at the person below you. But in terms of deen, of akhirah, look at the person above you. Because if you do the opposite, you will say that, alhamdulillah, look, I'm praying my 5 times salah. Look at that person, he doesn't even pray 5 times. Alhamdulillah, I go for Jum'ah. That person doesn't even go for Jum'ah. If we do this, we will always compare to the person below us. Always look at the person above us. Subhanallah, he's studying in my grade. He's in grade 10, but look, subhanallah, he's growing the beard. How come I don't have that courage? Subhanallah, look, every Jum'ah I see him, he goes for Jum'ah. How come I don't go for Jum'ah? If we start doing that, then we won't fall in this trap. And if we look at, in terms of dunya, then alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me a car. He's given me a roof that I can live under. How many people are they that they don't even have parents? That they don't even have a house? That they don't even go for vacation all their life? For 50 years, they've never gone for vacation once. But us, when we start looking at the lives of other people, we will never be satisfied. We will never be content. We will always look. If we do what we continue doing, looking at the lives of those people who have better jobs than us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you a job that where you earn 5,000, 500, 600, 700 a week. Now if we compare ourselves to those people who earn 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, we will never be satisfied. That's what Allah says, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ, that if you are grateful, لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ, I will give you more. وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ, but if you are not grateful, إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ, verily, my punishment is very severe. That be grateful that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, you will be happy. If we start looking at people and what they have, then I'm telling you, wallahi, every single day will go by and you will look at your life and you will say, what am I missing? The only thing that you will see is, what am I missing? But, I have a phone, but the new phone came out, he has it, she has it, how come I don't have it? Subhanallah, you just bought that phone $1,000 a few months before, but I'm still not happy because my friends have it, this person has it, that person has it. But you're not grateful. Why don't you look at those other people, your friends or your colleagues who have a phone, who have a slide phone, or have a flip phone, who don't have a phone as good as you? But when we start looking at other people's lives, when we start looking at other people who earn more than us, or people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed them, and we say, oh, how come he has it and I don't have it? We will never live a happy life. We will always live an empty life. We will always have this feeling that, oh, how come I can't have this? How come I can't do this? How come I can't feel this? But wallahi, if you are grateful for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, you will be happy. That's why Allah says, وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Every single blessing that you have is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And remember the countless blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. Don't need to go very far. Very basic blessings. The blessing that you have to see. We're not talking about material. We're not talking about material things here. We're talking about these things that you have on your body that you were born with. Not that you have attained, that you were born with. How many people that were born with the same ears that you have but they don't hear? How many people were born with the same eyes that you have but they cannot see? But us, how come Allah gave me brown? How come I didn't get blue? How come I didn't get gray? How ungrateful are we? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you beautiful eyes that you see with. Do shukr for that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you parents that have grown you up. When when you're not happy, you're not grateful for that. Well, how come my parents is this? Or how come this? How come that? We're always not happy. Because we're looking at the lives of other people, because then our lives become very shallow. Very shallow. And then whenever we do something, we have to show the people. SubhanAllah. And it's a very sad thing, to conclude with this, that even now when we go for Umrah and for Hajj, this is a special occasion where we are going to meet who? We're going to whose house? The house of Allah. Allah's house. The Masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But now when we go, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to cut our ta'alluq, our relations with people. This is my time with me and Allah. This is my time with me and Allah. But what happens is that we get mixed up into this deception, and shaitan comes and tricks us, and now I'm in front of Bayt Allah, I'm supposed to be remembering Allah. Some ulama, they say, the dua that you make on the first sight, the dua that you make on the first sight, when you see the Kaaba, that dua is an accepted dua. But now what happens when I'm going there, I want to show people, oh, let me take up my phone. And my first thing that I do is I take a picture to show the people back home that, oh, this is what I'm doing, this is what's happening here. And I forget Allah subhanahu. Not saying it's halal or haram, or we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that. But no. We should save ourselves. How can we save ourselves? It's easy, by the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In terms of dunya, of akhirah and religion, look at the person above you. But in terms of deen, of dunya and the worldly material things, always look at the person below you. Because if you look at the person on top of you, above you, you will never be happy. You will never be satisfied. And you will always feel that I am missing something in my life. Throughout your entire life, from childhood all the way until you become an old man, you will always be wishing and missing something. If we don't follow the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me Allah's ability to live our lives the way we are. To live our true life of who we really are. Not trying to be like someone else who we want to be like. And be grateful for the ni'mats and the countless blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted you and I. That if we be grateful and we just think and reflect the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, we will be happy. And alhamdulillah. Before we begin the khutbah, we have a few announcements. First, we alhamdulillah, we had raised some money, some money for some painting and a little bit of construction over here in the front. So alhamdulillah, most of the work got done. We do have a little bit of carpentry work. This is a paid job. The masjid is going to pay the person or compensate whatever they could. We do have, as you see, many of us who came in a little bit later, we do have a little bit of issue with the front area, the shelving. There's not enough space. So we're trying to find a solution. And alhamdulillah, we just need a brother to come and help us with that. Any brothers who is a carpenter or who is able to help us with this work, inshallah, this is a paid position, a paid job. Any brother interested or that can help out, please meet the responsible brothers after the salah, inshallah. Secondly, we are in need of an elementary teacher. And this is a paid position. And the position is available immediately for both the men and women. So if you know any brothers or sisters who are teachers or who don't have a job and are able to teach, please meet the responsible brothers. This is for an elementary teacher all the way until grade 6, from kindergarten to grade 6. If anybody has experience or are looking for this job position, please meet the responsible brothers outside. And lastly, just a follow-up in the month of Ramadan, we have made a push for pledges to cover our monthly expense. And we had mentioned and we had requested, brothers, that we need 125 pledges at $50 a month to cover the monthly deficit. And alhamdulillah, in the month of Ramadan, we had a great response. We had about over 40 pledges, 45 pledges. We still have about 80 pledges remaining. 80 pledges remaining at $50. With this covered, then inshallah our monthly deficit will be covered. So alhamdulillah, we have done a lot to help, but we still need some more assistance. This is our masjid, this is our community. we want to raise from this gathering, if we can get at least 10 more brothers.